Well, good afternoon, and thank you for joining us for another edition of Dialogue with the Dean. My name is Eric Barker. I'm Dean of the Purdue University College of Pharmacy, and it's great to be with you this afternoon, and I appreciate you taking just a little bit of your time to find out what's going on campus. Well, October is the last month of our 150th anniversary celebration, the 150 years of giant leaps, or the Sesquicentennial celebration of Purdue University. And today we're going to be learning about all of the things that are going to be happening in that month of October. And it's a pleasure to welcome to the College of Pharmacy Kelly Hiller. Kelly, welcome.
Thank you.
Kelly is the Director of Marketing Communications and of the Sesquicentennial celebrations. And so we're going to learn a lot about what's going on. It's been a very busy year. It's hard to believe it's been a full year since we announced the Giant Leaps themed campaign. But how has the Purdue community really responded to this Purdue Sesquicentennial celebration?
Well, the response has just been astounding. I think from the very beginning, the development of the Giant Leaps campaign was something that everyone resonated with on campus. You know, Giant Leaps is something that Purdue University can own thanks to our amazing alumnus, Neil Armstrong, and his historic moment. But then the Purdue community has taken that and transcended it in many different ways. Our students take giant leaps. They leave footprints all over the world. And so I have been just so impressed of all the different applications throughout the campaign, that every college, every unit, every center on campus has really taken it and made it their own, and personalizing the campaign in different ways, which has been a lot of fun to watch and to see how everyone has embraced it and really ran with it. And it's resonated outside the campus as well, from our events to just different applications online and throughout social media. It's been really fun to watch. We've had nearly 45,000 attendees to our different Sesquicentennial events, and nearly 500,000 have viewed our live streams of those events. So that's really exciting too, that people outside the physical community can also participate in the celebration. So it's been a lot of fun to see.
Great. Well, let's look to October. October's going to be a busy month on campus. So tell us what's planned for this last month of the celebration.
Well, the last month of the celebration is definitely going to be our busiest month, and I think it's going to be our best month. I think a lot of people are going to be coming together to celebrate a really unique time in Purdue's history, and there's lots of different areas about it, I think, that are going to make it really special. So we have events leading up to October. In fact, we have one tomorrow night with Scott Phillips, who developed Assassin's Creed Odyssey. He's going to be on campus speaking as a liberal arts alum, so that's going to be really enjoyable. But then we will continue right up to homecoming with events. A couple other highlights: Alan Stern is coming to town to talk about what if we return to Pluto. So that event will be coming up. We also have Condoleezza Rice coming to speak on campus, which is very exciting to have her here. And both of those events lead up to the homecoming week, of which we will have the typical homecoming parade that has been moved to Thursday night, so that's important to note. And then Friday night we will have a free concert on Slater Hill featuring The Big Gigantic and Made in Tokyo, so that will be a lot of fun, particularly for students to partake in. Also happening on Friday, we'll have the State Street dedication, as well as some events celebrating the development of the Discovery Park District. So those events will be taking place. We will also have a NASA trailer on campus with an experience that people can go in and take part in. That will be here all day Thursday as well as Friday. And then we will also have your typical events on the mall on Saturday. But a really special part of this weekend will be the astronaut reunion. We have several astronauts coming back to campus. They will be interacting with our students in different ways out in the community, but there will be an opportunity for the public to meet the astronauts on Saturday morning at the mall, a long tent row from 9:30 to 10:30. All of the astronauts will be there, and you'll be able to meet them. So that will be a really special occasion as well. And there'll be some different elements of the game that will celebrate the 150th in unique ways as well. So we're really looking forward to how the end of the month is going to shape up. I know pharmacy has a lot of exciting plans as well. Something that you can also take advantage of starting now through the end of the month, out at Exploration Acres. Acres. They have a 150th dedicated corn maze that was voted Reader's Choice from USA Today. So that is pretty special and unique. Lots of unique Purdue experiences that you can take advantage of out at Exploration Acres. So I encourage you to look that up. And if you go out there, make sure you wear your Purdue gear because you get a special discount for admission. So that's important to note as well.
Well, you bring up Exploration Acres and the corn maze in USA Today, and that's just one example of how this campaign has really put Purdue sort of front and center in a lot of places over the last year, and it's been real fun to watch that. A lot of momentum around Purdue has been generated through this campaign. So
Sure.
what's kind of planned to keep this momentum going after the celebration?
And that is a question I'm getting asked a lot lately, and we definitely are feeling that momentum and want to continue it. It's been really enjoyable to see how much the faculty as well as the community have really enjoyed these events and being a part of it. So we want to continue that. We're working through how that's going to look in the future. I don't think we're going to continue with the 4 themes necessarily, so we can broaden the discussion and the topics that we're covering when people come back to campus. I'm envisioning that's going to take a lot more of a Giant Leap series, maybe look and feel going forward and how that evolves. But we're wanting to continue that cadence of 2 to 3 events per month, bringing different thought leaders from all different topics to campus for smaller events, as well as the Elliott Hall events that we've enjoyed with Sully Sullenberger and Bill Nye and Steve Wozniak and those types of individuals that really appeal to a variety of audiences.
If people want to sort of find the list of events, websites,
Sure.
where do we send them?
So you can go a couple different places. You can go purdue.edu/giantleaps or purdue.edu/homecoming. Those will really give you everything that's happening with homecoming or the campaign and give you lots of different options of viewing different events.
Great. Maybe you've got a question for me.
I do. So October is Pharmacy's month for the Sesquicentennial. How are you planning to celebrate?
Well, it's a big celebration for us because it's not only the end of the 150th for Purdue, but it is part of our 135th anniversary as a College of Pharmacy. So we were started in 1884, just 15 years after Purdue University. We're the 3rd oldest college on campus. Ag and engineering came before us, and then pharmacy. And so we're celebrating our 135 years here,
Wow.
along with the 150th. And so we are really plugging in to the Ideas Festival theme of health, longevity, and quality of life that fits very much, I think, in the wheelhouse for us as a college
Certainly.
focused on health and healthcare. And so we have 3 Ideas Festival speakers that we'll be hosting through the month of October. First, we have Dr. Walter Korshitz. Walter is the director of the National Institutes of Neurological Disease and Stroke at NIH, and he'll be presenting a presentation on the Ideas Festival question of what if we could control the brain for better health. And then we have Guoping Feng coming from MIT. He is in the brain and cognitive sciences area, is director of model systems and neurobiology at the Stanley Center for Psychiatric Research at MIT, and he's really got to focus on autism. And there's a lot being said and thought about autism in the country right now, and Dr. Feng will be presenting a presentation on what if breakthrough technologies could make us smarter. And then at the end of the month, we'll have Dr. Sally Sattel here. And Dr. Sattel is a psychiatrist. She's a lecturer at Yale University in the School of Medicine there, and is the W.H. Brady Fellow at the American Enterprise Institute. And she'll be presenting on the question of what if we went beyond the disease model of addiction, and will really be focused on some of her thoughts around the opioid crisis, and certainly something that is in the news almost every day. And we'll have a really wonderful conversation with Dr. Sattel when she's here on the issues related to addiction. And so the Ideas Festivals are speakers are a keystone to our celebration. And then sort of in the middle of the month is homecoming. And we'll have our normal homecoming events. We have our Friday night chili supper, so we'll be here serving up chili and cornbread. Saturday morning we'll have our annual tailgate. There'll be a tent outside of the pharmacy building behind the nursing building right here on Stadium Mall, and so we have a prime piece of real estate right here, and we'll take advantage of that. And then we are the featured college in the homecoming football game. And so we'll get a little extra visibility during that homecoming game. We're very pleased that several of our pharmacy alums who were also football players are going to come back to campus, and they will be leading shout between the third and fourth quarters, and so that's pretty cool, and so they're excited to do that. We'll also be recognizing Jim and Jeannie Cheney and the Cheney Family Foundation for their extraordinary generosity to Purdue University. They've given to so many different ways, to scholarships, but also in particular, they've helped us start Boiler Works, which is our public health focused initiative. Right now has been focused on the opioid crisis and really helping our faculty and our students get engaged in our state and our community around the opioid crisis. And that was really through a very generous gift from the Cheney Family Foundation that we were able to get that started. So we'll be recognizing them at the game, and so that's a great thing too. And then at the end of the month, we have our annual donor brunch. We'll be hosting alumni and friends who have been very generous, have provided support to our students and through scholarship support. So we'll have that annual donor brunch at the end of October as well. So for us in pharmacy, it is a pretty full month from the very beginning of October to the very last weekend of October. But we are excited to have folks back on campus to host the speakers and really to contribute to the celebration for Purdue and for our college.
Busy
So,
month.
yeah, it's going to be busy. So, with that, if you have any questions about the things that we've talked about today, please post those on Facebook. If you've got suggestions for potential topics for future episodes of Dialogue with the Dean, we invite you to post those as well. Again, we invite you also to go to the websites, purdue.edu/homecoming, purdue.edu/giant leaps.
Yep.
Also, you can go to the College of Pharmacy website under our What's Happening link. You'll see the pharmacy specific events there, and we hope that you'll find a way to come back to campus. I like the theme of Giant Leaps Home for homecoming, and so you'll make that leap to come home for homecoming or sometime during the month of October. And if you can't make it back on campus, many of the Ideas Festival events are live streamed, and so you can participate through live streaming as well. So take advantage of that and be part of the celebration here at Purdue University. With that, thank you for joining us today. Kelly, thank you for being with us. And as always, all hail Purdue and boiler up.